Good morning, good morning. It is 28 degrees here in Green River, Wyoming. Anita Fry coming to you live from outside. I love it. I am outside and it feels so good. Yes, 28 to a lot of you is still freezing. Well, it is below freezing. Yeah, let's just put that out there. But the sun is out. I can hear the birds chirping, and so I wanted to get outside and walk. So again, hopefully these lungs get us through this. They're getting worse, so I'm gonna have to try a couple more things. But anyway, we're gonna get through this. So let's talk goals and the 5 to Thrive. So hopefully some of you watched the live, I believe I did it on Monday, giving you guys the 5 to Thrive, and it's from Hollis, so I didn't make these up. So let's go over those real quick, and then we'll see if any of you are doing them. Please drop below which ones you're seeing progress with. But okay, so remember, every single day we're supposed to do these 5 things. Drink half your body weight in water, move 30 minutes a day, quit one food category, i.e. let's say soda pop or something, get up 1 hour earlier to make time for yourself, and then whatever that is that is good for you, and then write down 10 things that you're grateful for every single day. Okay, so first of all, if you guys are doing those, drop them down, let me know, and then we're gonna kind of piggyback from that and go further. Okay, so number 1, you really want to schedule it. So you guys know how things go, like unless they're in your schedule, you probably don't get them done. And it's easier to just say, oh, I didn't have time for something, or I forgot about that. But if it's in that schedule, you're gonna make time for it. Even if you, like I schedule in lunches with my girlfriends, you'll see it in my calendar. If you ever pull up my calendar, you're gonna see these things. So you definitely wanna schedule it. And then the other thing that I found that Rachel said was very, very important is, say you're giving yourself an hour to work on whatever project it may be, like her, of course it was like writing her book. But say you're working on something big, and so you're going to give it an hour. You want that hour, so whatever it is, your minimum hours to be your best hours. And what that means is, like, say you have an hour and you have a big goal, and you want to work on something. So like in my personal business, I really want to hit a goal or something. So I need to really focus for 1 hour and work on stuff. That hour needs to be my best hour. So are you a morning person? Can you get the most done, first thing in the morning, especially if you guys have little kids? Oh my gosh, I remember the days I don't anymore. So I remember those days of, the house was mass chaos. So thinking about 1 hour in the morning totally to myself before anybody got up would have been glorious. And that would be when I would have been able to get it done, because I know with kids, like, you're always going to be interrupted, or maybe now mine has moved on to because my kids are older, my spouse at night. I may be sitting there thinking, I can focus, but he's, what are we gonna do? What do you want to do for dinner tonight? What are we gonna do this weekend? Let me tell you about my day, and I can't concentrate, I can't focus. So you want that hour, or that whatever time you're gonna give yourself, to be your best. So like I said, just think about that. If you've only got 1 hour and you really need to focus, just make sure that it's your best time. I write this down, I write it to myself. We've all heard this. If you want something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something that you've never done. So for a lot of people, this is very different. This is, it might be out of their comfort zone to really think about, whatever it is, say journaling for an hour in the morning. I have never journaled. I have never kept a diary. So when my girlfriend said, I think you could benefit from this, it was completely out of, left field. I'm like, I've never done that. So let's try it, and let's see, what comes from me sitting by myself in the morning for an hour, drinking my coffee and just chilling and just, enjoying the quietness. So anyway, good morning. Okay, I always laugh. I don't want, it was the guy passing, and I didn't want him to feel weird and be in my live. Anyway, so another thing I wrote down is be a hashtag goal getter. Like, I have learned, I've always been goal driven, and so to to read this book, or to listen to the book in my case, and realize not everybody is. Not everybody is as goal driven as I have always thought. You know, of course there's all the color personalities, and some people call them different animals. But I've definitely learned, you know, we've said this, we all see the world as we are, not as the world is. So I realize you guys are not all, you know, goal getters, but I think, you know, if you start incorporating a few of these things and some things are changing positively in your life, you might be more apt to do them. But anyway, and then going back to the scheduling it. So you definitely want to schedule your month. So at the beginning of each month, and then you're probably going to have to reschedule some things, like go back and look at it at least weekly. So each month I sit down and I go over my entire calendar and I plan out my month. But then usually I do it on Sunday, or maybe sometimes Monday if I was really busy, but then you go back over it and look at, you know, because setting it out a month in advance, sometimes, you know, things come up, or I get invited, you know, to lunch with a girlfriend, and maybe I had plans on doing something that day, but I'm willing to move them around. So each week you might need to, you know, kind of tweak some things. And that's okay, but just, you definitely want, like I said, you want to be scheduling this stuff in. If I opened up your schedule, either your book, if you're doing it, you know, old school with an actual planner, which I do have, and then I also have my online calendar. I can't do anything without that online calendar I have. You know, I want to see that in there. You want to see that you're actually scheduling it, because it is super easy. And of course, I'm always speaking as a mom. It's super easy for someone to tell you, hey, I need you to do this, or can you, you know, back in the day, can you pick up the kids or whatever? Oh, of course, I'll just move this, I'll move that. And a lot of things it's okay, but there's times, you guys, that you just have to, you'll learn. You know, I'm 44 years old, and I'm finally learning that sometimes saying no is okay. And when you're saying no to something, you're really saying yes to something else. Good morning, Kathy, because we've talked. You really can't do it all. I used to think I could, but you guys, no matter who, if you see someone and you think they have it all and, you know, gosh, they're doing it all, they're really not. Something gives. I told you mine was always my health. It was the easiest thing to give up, was, you know, my gym time or my treadmill time or whatever it was that I was into, but that was just always the easiest and first thing. I was never going to give up anything that had to do with the kids, so it was always going to be something essentially that benefited me. And so I would give that up. But just remember, you can't do it all. So if you're a people pleaser and you always want to say yes, I'm speaking from experience, listen to me. By saying no, you're saying yes to something else. And because there are only 24 hours in the day, and Lord knows we need to sleep through some of them, you have to, you know, you have to prioritize. Wow, I can't even talk today. You have to prioritize, and that may mean saying no to something that you really didn't want to, but you have to have time for yourself. And my dear sweet daughter had me in tears. Sorry, phone call. If any of you have seen the post, but I didn't even realize she was really paying attention to the fact that, you know, I've been working a lot on my health and, you know, learning who I am, and that it's okay to, you know, spend some time on yourself and self-love and self-care. So the fact that she knows that and she's seeing it means that all this is worthwhile. So anyway, if you guys are getting any value out of these lives, please feel free to drop down the word value, share them with your friends, you know, tell your friends to follow me, whatever. I don't know, I always feel weird saying this at the end of a live, but I do hope you guys are getting value. And those of you that I know are, you know, you're sending me your messages and letting me know certain things, and you guys know that touches my heart. I really just want to help, and anytime I'm, you know, learning throughout this process, I definitely want to share it with you guys. So I hope that you're enjoying some of it. But anyway, so I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. I need to get inside. My lungs are, I can feel that, I just keep running out of air. So sorry, it probably sounds kind of funny, and anyway, I'm just trying not to cough because that's what happens. But it's probably time to get a chest x-ray and go from there and see. The breathing treatment did not do as much as I had hoped this time. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a fabulous Wednesday, and I hope you're working on your 5 to Thrive. Hello, Miss Allison. I hope you're working on your 5 to Thrive, and you will share with me as you're doing them, because I've now been doing my journaling since last Thursday, and the first thing I start off with is 10 things of gratitude. And I'm telling you, if you will live a life of gratitude, so many things will come your way, and you put it out there to the universe and it'll come back tenfold. So anyway, have a fantastic Wednesday. Love you all.